welcome to CJoy Yoga. You are going to want something down on your mat that you can slide on. So I have a blanket on top of my mat. You could just be on a carpeted surface, or maybe on a slippery, maybe you're on your mat with socks and a long sleeve shirt or something, but something where you're going to be able to slide and move for the first little bit, then we'll clear it and we'll get onto our sticky mat when we start to do standing poses. We're going to have a focus on our side body today, and we're going to try and do a quickie or a more condensed version, because I know some of my friends, they're just not showing up for those hour-long, 45-minute long classes. So, that said, lie down on your back, and I'm going to meet you there. And just to give you all a place of where I am, today is kind of an emotionally heavy day for me. I can come up with various reasons why, but that means I'm a little slow. I'm noticing that this is like the 7th time I've tried to start this video, because I just keep getting all goofed up and flubbing up my words and all this stuff. So that's where I'm coming from, just so you know. My space, right? So close your eyes and tune into yours. Please don't take mine on. Notice if you have any emotional anything going on right now. Notice if the mind is really busy, maybe it's not moving at all. Is it sharp or dull? Just kind of tune into where the mind is at. Tune into the breath, and we're going to use the breath to release the physical body today. So you're going to inhale, filling up from the belly to the chest. And when you exhale, check in if you have any muscles in your face or your neck that are tight or tense, soften them. Any other messages as well, notice those. Inhale, filling up from the belly to the chest. And with an exhale, release your upper trapezius, your shoulders, through the arms, hands, and fingers. Inhale, filling up. Try to go as slow as you can with me anyway. Exhaling, releasing upper back and chest through the mid-rib cage, the belly, and the back. Inhale. The hips get their own exhale. Exhale, release anything in your hips that you can. Inhale. And with this one, it's the legs all the way down to the feet and the toes. And go ahead and take 2 more breaths with your awareness in the breath itself. Any extra little pieces you might not have let go of, you can use the exhale to soften. And then with that next exhale, if your legs are not extended, extend your legs out along there. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to reach the arms overhead, but you're going to bend the elbows a little bit so it's kind of almost like goalposts or saguaro cactus, and hopefully your arms can come down. But if your shoulders are not liking this, you could also put something underneath them, but we are going to move from this place, right? So you're going to go ahead, you're going to start to bring your right knee and your right elbow towards each other. So I just slide my right heel up, I slide my right arm down, and then I exhale to what we're going to call neutral for now. And left side. Left knee in, left elbow in, just slide it. It doesn't have to be a big move. Don't get crunchy in that sideways. We'll do plenty of strengthening there. That comes later. Right now, this is about the hip and the shoulder opening, right? And just starting to engage that lateral stretch. And I'm doing my right, so you're on your own breath now. Trying to still find that that breath can be nice and long. And again, less is more with this stuff right now, and then we'll add more of the strength pieces in as we go. So let this be more of an opening right now. And the next time you do the left side, we're going to add a piece in, yeah? Now on the right side. See, here I go. You're going to go ahead and you're going to move your right elbow and right knee towards each other on an exhale. And on an inhale, I want you to reach the right arm over and the right heel towards the bottom and lengthen the right side waist. And then with your exhale, come back to just a soft neutral spot. Yeah? Take an inhale. And then with your exhale, you're going to bring your elbow and your knee in towards each other. And then with the inhale, you're gonna lengthen and stretch it away from each other, starting to lengthen a little more. And then with the exhale, let everything soften to neutral. 2 more times, 1 on each side. So exhale brings us in on the right side. Inhale lengthens us out on the right side. This is called homolateral work, by the way. And then go ahead and come back to neutral. Left side. With your next exhale, go ahead and move the elbow and the knee towards each other. Inhale is going to lengthen those out away from one another. And exhale brings you back to what we're calling neutral. Now we're going to do the opposite limbs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move our left knee up and our right elbow down. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen those 2 pieces away from each other. This is going to go into our myofascial lines, right? And exhale into what we're calling neutral. Take an inhale there. Don't be in a rush and don't try to do a bunch of these, okay? Go slower. Less is more. I can't say that enough. Right knee up, left elbow down, and then go ahead and lengthen those 2 pieces away from each other. And come back to neutral. 1 more time on each side. Right elbow, left knee. First they hug towards we'll call it a midline, a horizontal midline. And then they're going to lengthen out away from each other. And come back and pause. Left elbow, right knee, moving towards that horizontal midline. And then lengthening it all the way out. Pardon me. And then come back to neutral. Now, you're going to see if you can bring your elbows down to about the height of the shoulder. Hug those legs up. If this is too much on the hips, you're not going to do that, right? You're going to go ahead and you're going to try to lift your right foot off the ground. It doesn't come very far, just a couple of inches, and then let gravity take it back down. Let everything get over you, right? And then your left foot, lift up just a little bit off the ground. Please don't go too high. We're just starting to say hello, and we're actually starting to lengthen from our right hip across that left inner groin. That's a fascial line again. Bringing that down. Now lift your right arm up just a couple of inches. This one you could lift it up, but let gravity try to pull it back down, and you're just really gently resisting it up towards the ceiling, right? And back down. And then my left arm, my elbow and my forearm, but mainly think of the weight of the elbow and the humerus bone, right? And again, I want us to pull it down so like gravity could still pull it down and just gently lifting up. Now, that cross body line. Left foot, right arm, we're going to lift up just a little bit. Less is more. Bring it back down. We'll get bigger, I promise. Left arm, right foot or right leg, just a little bit. And bringing that back down 1 more time. Right arm, left leg. And bringing that back down. Last one here. Left arm, right leg. Again, don't just lift it up and get super tense. Get as lazy as you can so that gravity can resist you and try to pull everything back down. Bring it back down. Go ahead and lengthen those legs out. Bring the arms down by the side and just pause for 1 moment. We have 1 more thing to do on the ground here. Take a breath. Okay, so now you're going to put those feet on the ground with the knees bent. Right? Readjust the spine or the hips if you need to. You're going to bring the right leg and then the left leg up in a tabletop position. And then you're going to bring those arms up and you're going to try to glue your knees, your elbows, your heels, and your hands together. Right? So try to keep those pieces together like they're glued together. Take an inhale with an exhale. Your arms are going to go to the right, your legs are going to go to the left. Again, don't worry about going super deep into it right now. Inhale back to center. Just starting to warm up the obliques in a bigger way. Knees to the left, arms to the left, legs to the right, and come back through center. And here you go, right? So now start to move into that pattern for yourself. Head can turn the same way as the arms, or it can turn opposite, whatever you'd like. But really, it's not so much about the head and the twist as it is as the 2 pieces move away from each other, right? The obliques really have to start to navigate that. Some are stretching and lengthening, others are hugging in to make that action happen. So it's both lengthening and strengthening at the same time. Pardon. 1 more time. Whenever, wherever you are, right? When you end up going to the left with your arms and the right with your knees, you will be complete with that action. And then from there, go ahead and hug those knees in. Maybe rock right to left. Let's throw a twist in here just for good measure. TD arms out, inhale. Exhale the knees over to the right. Maybe look to the left, 1 full breath. Inhale, what can you soften? And exhale. Inhale the knees back up. Exhale the legs to the left. Same muscles we were just working with, by the way. Head might turn to the right. Take an inhale. And exhale there. Now your legs are already over to the left, so you're gonna bring your right shoulder up over, so you're in the fetal. Push the ground away. Take that blanket off of your mat. We're gonna do a couple cat-cows. If you need a knee pad, you can, but otherwise we're not really gonna have our knees down much. So feel free to pad them if you need to or want to. Otherwise, you'll be in cat-cow when you're ready. Pardon me. Inhale the chest forward, cow. Exhale the spine up, cat. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale and round. Now the next time you reach the chest forward, we're still going into cow, but you're going to reach your right heel up to the sky. So I keep the bend of my knee, and exhale, I pull it into my chest. Inhale, reaching the chest forward. So I'm still in cat-cow. It's not a neutral spine, right? And here I go into cat, but I am adding the weight of that right leg. One more time. Reach the chest forward. Keep that belly toned in so you don't damage your low back or compress there. And put that knee down. Inhale, reach the chest forward, left heel reaches up. You don't have to go high for this work, right? You're working with gravity. That weight of the leg, usually about 12 to 15 pounds, I believe it is, each leg is, right? So you got a 15-pound leg there, a weight that you're working with against gravity, right? So it makes it a little harder, a little more core work to pull the knee into the chest and then to lift that femur bone up as you reach the chest forward. And then go ahead, you'll finish by rounding and bringing this one in and bring it down. Pardon me. From there, walk your hands a little forward, but also out as wide as your mat. Shoulder blades down the back, lengthen the spine. Curl the toes under. You can bring the knees a little wide. You're going to go as wide as your mat on your feet as well. And then go ahead and exhale back in a downward dog. So again, my feet and my hands are both as wide as my mat for this version. We're going to bend our knees a little bit. And then we're going to work that cross-body myofascial line. So you're going to, my hands don't move, right? I'm going to stick you down. But I reach my right hand forward to the right as I reach my left hip back to the left. And back through center. And then that left hand's going to reach forward as the right hip moves back. And back to center. Try and do that one more time if you want to play with straightening that left leg a little bit this time when you do that, but it's more about the hip moving back, right? But the leg can assist. And back to neutral. And then this time maybe play with that right leg straightening a little bit, but really it's the hip moving away from that forward reaching left arm, the right hip. Come back to neutral now, all like a starfish. Reach your limbs down, legs may or may not straighten. Try to reach everything in its respective direction, both buttocks, bones up and back. Inhale and exhale. You're going to walk the hands in a little bit. Walk the feet in a little bit. By the way, you can leave the hands wide if that feels better for downward dog today. Square hip, meaning that right hip doesn't lift. Inhale, reach the right leg up into the air behind you. The leg is straight, the heel reaches back, right? And now push more into your hands, but particularly the left hand, does that help that right heel reach further back? Take an inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to pull the knee towards the chest, round into cat. Look forward and pause. If you already put your foot forward, you're cheating. Try to pull up away from the floor by pushing down and step the right foot forward. Okay? From there, we're in a high lunge. Find your spine. Feel free to use blocks if you have blocks at home. Right now might be a place to use them, right? And then from there, you're going to go ahead and you're going to reach your right arm forward as your left heel reaches back. So there's that cross body work, right? Cross lateral. And from there, that left arm's going to reach forward, and we're going to try to come up into crescent. I'm going to suggest you bend the left knee initially. Hands can always be on thighs or hips, right? Now we're going to bend that right knee a little bit, left knee, and then try to keep the hips low as you reach the left heel back. So don't pop up, keep it low. Bend the left knee a little bit, and reach that heel back. One more time. Bend the knee a little bit, and then reach that left heel back. Right hand, right thigh, keep reaching the left heel back as you lengthen and stretch the left arm over towards the right. And I shouldn't say arm, you're trying to pull out of your side waist, right? I feel that go all the way down through my hip into my thigh today. Coming back to neutral, hands down, step back, downward dog. You can stay in downward dog if you'd like a little bit of heat in the shorter sequence. You're going to inhale forward to plank. Exhale through your push-up. Knees can come down. Inhale, reach the chest forward. And exhale back through half plank with the knees down or full plank. And we meet back in downward dog. Now, square hips. The left hip doesn't lift. Inhale the left leg into the air behind you. And again, play for just a moment. If you push your right hand further forward, does that help the left heel reach further back? Play with that cross myofascial line, right? Now from there, bring the knee towards the chest, round into cat as you slowly come forward. Shoulders over wristish. Stop, pause, don't put it forward. Pull up, push the ground down, pull up, pull up, pull up, low belly. Step it forward. Phew, right? You hear my breath, right? And you might be on blocks or fingertips. You're gonna lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Push the right heel back. You might reach that left arm forward. And then maybe the right arm forward and go ahead and come on up into your crescent. And don't fall over like me. And hands can always come to the hips, right? I'm gonna put my hands on the hips because I want to show you something. I'm gonna bend my right knee, and then I'm gonna keep my frontal hip points up, but I'm gonna keep my hips low as I reach my right heel back a little bit. You'll notice I don't straighten all the way, right? And bend that right knee. I'm not saying I'm perfect or my form is perfect. I'm saying my psoas is really tight, and I've never been able to truly keep my left knee bent and still find that straight leg in my right leg, right? Push that right heel back. Well, I did it for a while and it crushed my low back. And then from there, put your left hand on your left thigh and lengthen out of the right side waist, reaching over to the left just slightly, yeah? And take an inhale. Exhale there. Inhale, come back to center. Bringing the hands down, stepping back. Downward facing dog. From there, if you want to add that work in, you're going to inhale forward to plank. Exhale through your push-up. Knees can totally come down. Inhale, low cobra. If you're ready for the upward dog, I'm not going to teach it today, but you're welcome to it. And then exhale with knees, no knees, low belly, most definitely. We'll make our way to downward dog. Square hips. Inhale the right leg into the air behind you. Push the hands forward, especially that left hand. Really reach that right leg back. Knee towards chest. Pull into cat as you come forward. Pull up away from the floor and then step your right foot forward. Left heel down, right? You might need to walk your right foot over just a little bit to the left. We're coming up into warrior two. You're going to inhale the left arm up, come through that windmill action, and here you are in warrior two, right? Anyone else starting to get warmer, or is it just me? Whew, right? So from there, bending in, right knee over right ankle, dabba, 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 dabba. But the main interest I have is going to be the sideways today. So we're going to go through a series, right? You're going to put your left hand on your left thigh. It can stay on the hip, but it can also reach down if you're okay with no weight going into that hand. Reach the right arm up. Pause. Don't go into reverse warrior yet, right? We know that's where we're going, so you're about to be like, boo, old pattern. I want you to imagine I had my hands on your thigh right now, your right thigh, and I was whooping you down, right? Put some weight in the heel and you'll find it. Now from there, keep that. Don't let that lift up. Imagine me pushing still. Lengthen out of the right side waist, leaning back. And I'm not mirroring today. I don't think my mind can handle that at this point. And breathe. This is, I think, probably going to be the hardest part of the series. You're going to keep that right arm where it is. You're going to start to lengthen over like you're moving into side angle, but try not to bring the arm down. Bring it down if you need to. Reach the left arm over and imagine you have a beach ball between your hands and you're going to push into that beach ball, right? So I want you to really reach that heel down. Think of lengthening through the right side waist, away from the left heel for now. Bring the right elbow down. Now, left side waist. Now it's that homolateral, right? Same side. Fancy way to say same, yeah? Left heel down, reaching the left arm away, left shoulder out of the ear, right? Take an inhale. Transitioning to triangle. Reach your left arm up, right hand, right thigh. Bring your upper body up just a little bit. Straighten the right leg, kneecap up. Make sure you don't jam that knee. Right hand in position on the shin or wherever it gets to. Now don't go deeper in yet. I have a request today. Can you keep the right hip in and the left shoulder lifting up? And then if you can keep that and still start to creep down on that right leg, add that in. But don't go into that hip jutting out or the shoulder rolling down, right? Which is the most common thing most of us yoga teachers see when people go into triangle. Now, here's going to be another little hard set
for you. Maybe you reach that left arm over. Uttita, Uttita, Trikonasana, super fancy. Extend it, extend it. Push the left heel down and find that length in the left side body. Chances are you're kind of diving in on that right side, so lengthen the right side body so both sides are equally long, and maybe that right arm is going to reach up and you're going to grab onto that beach ball again. Move into the beach ball. Focus on your left heel reaching down and your right arm reaching away from that for this part of the series. Whew. Inhale, regular old triangle. Exhale. Inhale, warrior two. With the exhale, bring it down. You can step back to downward dog, or you can come through that vinyasa, right? The vinyasa really just means movement on the breath. But somehow this has been deemed a vinyasa in the common modern vernacular, right, of yoga. Pardon me. Inhale the left leg up into the air behind you. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to do that same series. I'm switching sides so I'll still face camera. Pulling knee towards the chest, rounding into cat, looking forward, moving slightly forward. Now push the floor away and pull up to step the foot forward. That's the most important part to getting that foot forward, by the way. Push that right heel down. And if you need to walk the left foot to the right, you do. Coming up into warrior two. Boop, boop. I can already see my right foot needs a little adjustment, right? So I'm going to take my time because my legs are going to be like this for a little bit, right? So set your legs up and get nice and sturdy. Right hand, right thigh, left arm up. Pause, don't go into it yet. Imagine I was putting my hands and weight on your left thigh. Pick your toes up and down into it. It's harder, it's more work, but holy crap, you got way more support in that system, right? Now, you're gonna lengthen out of where my hand is moving you down energetically, right? And lengthen up and out. So it's not about this huge side bend or all these things we often see in pictures, right? It's really trying to get into this side waist, or at least today, that's what I'm gonna ask for. Now keep it. You just found that beautiful length in the side waist. Start to come into your side angle, Parshvanasana. You can bring the elbow down if you need to, but otherwise try not to. Reach the right arm up, squeeze into an imaginary beach ball, right? And focus on the line of the right heel reaching down as the left arm reaches away from that. So there's that cross-lateral line we've been working with. Bring the left elbow down. Now go to the same side, homolateral. Push your right heel down, lengthen the right side away. But don't lose that left side body. Keep that just as long as when we started, right? Triangle. Right arm up. Left hand on the thigh, and just come up with the body a little bit higher than you normally would. I'll get you down if you need it, right? Or if it's your work. Go ahead and straighten that left leg, left hip in the socket. Before you even think about going further down, left hip in, right shoulder up, right? It's like you're in between two panes of glass we often hear. Now, keeping that, maybe you walk down. Again, if your hip is popping out, your shoulders rolling forward, you're missing so much of the joy of what this pose is about. And you're gonna make the next piece of this pose exceptionally hard for yourself, right? So, keeping that left hip in, maybe the right arm starts to reach over. Now in triangle, what I see every single time I teach it is a collapsing of the bottom rib cage. So lengthen through that side first before you even try to lift that arm. And then maybe that left arm lifts up. And you're gonna push into that imaginary beach ball. And again, the main line right now to focus on is the right heel down, the left arm lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. You hear my voice, right? Whew. And bring that hand down, move into regular old Uttita Trikonasana. And inhale into warrior two. Hopefully this will make my mood lighter. And then go ahead and come on down and step back. Last time for that push-up series, right? Exhaling through your push-up. Inhaling into your upper back bend, whatever you're working with today. And exhaling back. Let's meet. And downward facing dog. Breathing good. Knees can be bent, whatever you need, right? And one last time here. Push your right hand forward and your left hip back. Let that go. Push your left hand forward and your right heel back. Let that go. Now push both hands forward and both hips back. Inhale. And with an exhale, you're going to bring your knees down. Bring them together. Keep your toes curled under, feet together. Heels towards buttocks if you can manage for your child's pose today. Bring your arms by the side, grab onto your heels, right? And then as you really gently pull on the heels, you might feel a stretch come across your upper back and the upper trapezius. That's not a huge pull, don't be crazy, we don't want to hurt the neck. Take a breath. And then you get to go into the child's pose of reversion if that means knees a little wide, tops of feet on the ground, right? Whatever version feels good. Maybe the arms stay up, maybe you're really digging having your arms by the side. Breathe. Inhale and come on up. One seated pose. Let those legs come on out in front of you. Let the legs go out wide. Bring your left hand on your left leg. And again, I apologize, I'm just not going to mirror today because I'm struggling. Reach your right arm up, bicep next to ear. You can bring that hand inside if that's available to you, or you can just glide down, right? But you might glide down, and as you do, can you sink that right buttocks, going down and lengthen away. Little pressure into the left forearm and left leg so you get that baby rotation, right? And then hopefully we're getting one more big old stretch for that side body here after working it so much. And you might even think about a little length in the left side too. Again, so often we see people doing these huge C curves as if that's what they're trying to do to get their head down, but it's really lengthening both sides of the waist, but this one is the one we feel more, yeah? Inhale up, right hand on thigh, or dropping it inside, left arm up, inhale, and exhale, moving into that side stretch. Maybe arm and leg, right arm and leg, push into one another for a little rotation. Maybe left hip gets heavy here, right? You can kind of play with that. And again, try to see if you can lengthen both sides of your waist. I'm a collapser if left to my own devices, right? I have to remember to activate and then feel that. And for my friends who are sensationalists, you might not feel quite as much sensation, but if you're all the way down here, chances are you don't need to stretch more. You need to find stabilization. Possibility anyway. Inhale, come on up, bring those legs in. And if you want to lay down on your back, you can, but otherwise, you're either going to sit cross-legged or kneel. And we're just going to take a few moments to tune in here before we say goodbye. Sitting up nice and tall. Trying to find that neutral pelvis. Hands on thighs, palms up, palms down, palms stacked in the left hand and right hand, at the base of the belly, whatever variations work for you here. Check into emotions. We don't judge, or we try not to. We don't. I sure do, but I try not to. And check into your brain. Sharp, dull, fast, slow, focused, unfocused. Anything else that comes to your mind is wonderful. Check into the breath. The body. Bring those hands together at your chest, inhale. With an exhale, bow your head. Take a moment of gratitude. A, for this beautiful practice and all the teachers who have brought this to us, because it ain't just me, right? Thousands of teachers have taught each other, and that information comes to me, to you. So thank you to the lineage that has brought us this yoga practice today. Thank you to ourselves for showing up. And thank you to these beautiful bodies for being present with us. Namaste, friends.
May you be well.